Hello everybody and welcome back. My name is Digi and today I'm going to be showing you guys the fastest way to grind for the 3 cores for G Toilet X-18. But before I keep going, shout out today goes to A-Train 9000. They being first and commenting first. Alright, so I did mention this before in my previous video. This time though, I'm just going to do a straight up showcase, not showcase, but a tutorial on doing this grinding method. Starting off with going to classic mode, then go to casual, which will then teleport you. You can do this by yourself if you want, because it's supposed to be very fast, so you're not going to be trying to complete all 13 waves. What you're going to be doing is going essentially to wave 7, maybe 8, but I recommend 7 and stopping there and then resetting and so on and so forth. Anyways, I will explain that in a bit. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just make my own room. Boom, start, done. No need to have people join you. It's just easier to do it this way, because if you're trying to go fast, you have other people just trying to survive and play the game, it can slow you down. So I recommend doing this in a single, setting, a solo playthrough. Do not do this in a private server, okay? Private servers, or I guess private setting, does not work. All right, so you need to go into the actual game itself by yourself. All right, make sure you select zombie mode right here. Okay, you do need to select zombie. Next thing, you can do this with the base camera strider if you want, but if you've got the upgraded, use that one. If you don't, then go ahead and just use the base camera strider. You can probably use some other characters if you want, but I do recommend, mostly the upgraded strider just because they can fly, they've got the range. It's a pretty good all-round unit. Another thing I forgot to mention is when you are upgraded strider or, any kind of, I guess, character really, make sure you zoom in when you are shooting, because apparently this makes it easier to aim. See how I'm able to aim upwards, zoomed in all the way? If I do this out in third person, my aim is a little harder to do. You can't quite tell exactly where it's going to go. So I recommend zooming in, going to first person, and then go from there. So essentially what we are doing here is looking for the cores. All right, the cores have a chance to spawn every wave. All right, it's I believe 1 in 4,000 chances for it to spawn, and it can be any kind, or at least any of the 2. I believe the 1 core, the green one, does spawn in at wave 12. It has a chance to spawn in wave 12. People are telling me it is completely random though. I don't know. Siren told me the core spawns at wave 12, so I don't know. But pretty much what you're doing is looking for the glowing, like bluish aura on the ground around the map, essentially. And yeah, you could try finishing the waves as quickly as possible, so then it go by faster, because this is supposed to be a fast grind. This is probably the fastest way to do this, okay? Other than actually playing all 13 waves. Now, location-wise, I do not know. I don't think there's actually a specific location of where they can spawn, all right? It's all completely random. There is no set singular area where these things spawn. It can be random throughout this whole area. So you just gotta keep moving around, looking around, just looking for anything that shows like a glowing aura of sorts, and then that's how you know there is a core. Another thing is, if you find a core, you have to complete that wave in order to save into your inventory. Does that make sense? So if you find a core, complete the wave before you leave, or reset, because if you reset before the wave ends, you do not have the core saved in your inventory. I know, again, this is not sounding very fast, that it is going to take a while to do. But trust me, this is literally the fastest way in order to grind, okay? There is no faster way, unless, you know, after every one wave you then reset. But I do not recommend doing that. I do not recommend just resetting after one wave every time. But hey, you know, it's all up to you. I know, you know, this is gonna be a hard like thing to do, okay? This is probably up there in the upgraded Titan cameraman world of difficulty. The only reason why this is difficult is literally just based on chance. All right, it has nothing to do with skill. It has nothing to do with that. It's just pure chance. You have a 1 in 4,000 chance for a core to spawn. That's why this is such a hard. It's not even a quest, but you know, I'm gonna call it a quest. Another thing you can do as the upgraded camera strider, what you can do is start flying and wait for everyone to get really close to you beneath you, and then use your R ability, and that will wipe them all out right beneath you. Watch this. Boom. Look at that. Just absolutely cleared out. Now, not all of them will die always, but I mean, it's a great way to quickly get rid of some bad guys, and all at the same time speeding up the process even more. Alright, so now I'm at wave 7, and I do not seem to see any sign of a core here, which is unfortunate. I was really hoping for it in the video. But yeah, so now that I'm at wave 7, I don't really see any cores. I'm not 100% sure if cores only spawn at the end of a wave or at any point do they spawn. Also, just to let you guys know, once they spawn in, they do not leave, okay? They don't despawn. There's not like a time limit where you have to get it. Once it spawns into the map, it stays there. So once you start looking around, and if you don't see it, it's probably not there, okay? Unfortunately, I'm not seeing it anywhere outside or inside the map at all. So unfortunately, not really fortunately, I can't really showcase you guys that part. But now that we know we don't really have any cores here to search for, what we can do then is essentially just go ahead and reset. All right, and what I mean by reset is die. Yeah, so you know, you can die, and then that will, you know, pretty much again reset everything for you to then go and repeat the process all over again. The reason why I say wave 7 is because once you pass wave 7, it starts to get a little harder, a little longer. Each wave lasts, you know, at least 3 to 4 minutes by yourself. So that's why I recommend, you know, at wave 7, just go ahead, end it all, and then start over. Because as you can see, the bad guys start getting stronger, and there's a lot more as well. And there's no point on prolonging the wave if you know there's no core around to obtain. So when you know there's nothing here, just go ahead, either choose to die like this. You can't really reset, so you have to do it like so. I wonder if you can do the / reset. No, you can't. So you just pretty much just die here, and boom, camera offline, and then you start all over again. Anyways, that is all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe down below, and join the badge hunting squad today. Use our code Digi whenever you buy Robux or Premium. And as always, stay awesome, stay cool, and good luck badge hunting. Bye-bye.